So let me try to get something similar. Yes?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
But when the 11 is also, let me say, over x,
What if?
this will continue the same way.
What if you have what?
11 is also over the denominator. Let me say x.
Your microphone is a bit bad. I can't hear you well. What if?
So I'm saying that what if 11 is also given.
What if 11 was?
X.
What if 11 instead of 11 we also have x squared plus 4x, isn't it?
11 is over
11 over x squared plus 4x. You would still substitute them for y for as long as they are the same. Okay.
I'm saying what if 11 is also having a denominator.
Okay. At this point, huh? Yes. If it is at this point, the LCM would be the product of all the three. Okay.
Your question.
Yes, please.
Yes.
So I'm asking now, after you getting these values of x, do you the values of x and y, do you replace them back in the question?
No,
so
you don't.
How do you conclude?
You don't need to replace them. Actually, those are the answers, because when they say solve, this equation is in terms of x. It means they're looking for the values of x which you have. Maybe you can only summarize them and say therefore x equals this, and that, the 4 values. Okay?
Yes.
Okay. Now let's have another one. I was looking for something similar to that. I'm not getting, but when I get, I will post on our WhatsApp page. Okay. Now, let's see another one here. We have root of, we are supposed to solve root of 5x minus 25 minus root of x minus 1 is equal to 2. Now, we are saying we are dealing with equations that reduce to quadratics. Now, I remember we tried doing something similar to this in class, isn't it? Anyone there? Yes, we tried doing something similar to this in class before we broke off. So what you do here, you take one of the square root symbols to the right so that each side has a square root symbol, and we have root of 5x minus 25 is equal to 2 plus root of x minus 1. This is negative. When it crosses that side, it becomes a positive. Since they are square roots, the only option is to square both sides to do away with the square root symbol. So if I square both sides, means each side must have one square root symbol, square symbol, and not 2. So we have 5x minus 25 squared should give us, you put this in brackets, 2 plus root of x minus 1 also squared. Now the square goes with the square root symbol here, so that remains with 5x minus 25 is equal to, now this is the same as 2 plus root of x minus 1 multiplied by itself. Please don't just square individual terms, and you think you have squared. That is not right. Is it clear?
Yes.
Now, we are left with expanding the right-hand side. I said, don't make a mistake of just squaring 2 and squaring the root of x minus 1. That is not squaring. Squaring means you multiply the 2 brackets term by term. Now, this becomes 2 times 2, which is 4, plus 2 times root x, which is 2, root of x minus 1, plus root of x minus 1 times 2, you get 2, root of x minus 1, plus root of x minus 1 times itself is simply x minus 1. So we have 5x minus 25 is equal to 4 plus, what is 2 root of x minus 1 plus 2 root of x minus 1?
Root of x minus 1.
Very good, thank you. Then plus x minus 1. We now collect the like terms. 5x minus 25 is equal to 4 minus 1 is 3 actually. Plus 4 root of x minus 1 plus x. So what we do, we bring these terms to the left. Yes. We now have 5x minus this x minus 25 minus this 3 should give us 4 root of x minus 1. Now we have 4x minus 28 is equal to 4 root of x minus 1. Are we together? Now we can reduce O3 by 4. If I divide O3 by 4, you can see that we simplify this expression and get x minus 7 is equal to root of x minus 1. Now, since there is still a square root symbol, we square again, squaring both sides again. We have x minus 7 squared is equal to root of x minus 1 squared. Now, when you square this, you have x minus 7 multiplying by itself. It gives us, when you square this, you simply get x minus 1. So you expand this, giving us x squared minus 7x minus 7x plus 49 is equal to x minus 1. We have x squared minus 14x plus 49 equals x minus 1. Now bring this the other side. We have x squared minus, I think, 15x plus 50 is equal to 0. Are we together?
Yes.
Now, do you see that again, we have generated a quadratic equation? Yes?
Yes, teacher.
Would I go back again? If you have 2 square root signs in an equation of this nature, you just know that you're going to square 2 times. Squaring for the first time, squaring for the second time. Squaring for the first time will do away with 1 square root symbol. Then squaring for the second time will do away with the remaining square root symbol, and you now have a quadratic. We remember said we are going to deal with equations that reduce to a quadratic equation at the end of it all. Now let's factorize this. What are the factors of positive 50 that give us negative 15?
Negative 5 and negative 10.
Negative 5 and negative 10. I think that is correct. So x squared minus 5x minus 10x plus 50 is equal to 0. So you have x into x minus 5 minus 10 into x minus 5 is equal to 0. So we have x minus 5 into x minus 10 is equal to 0. So there are 2 values of x. X is 5 or x is equal to 10. Is that okay?
Yes.
Now, in this kind of equations involving square root symbols, you need to know that one of the values, one of the answers is not correct. So you need to check. You need to do what?
Check.
So we have root of 5x minus 25 minus root of x minus 1 is equal to 2. So if x is 5, we shall have root of 25 minus 25 minus root of 5 minus 1, which gives us 0 minus root of 4. And this is negative 2. Is it correct? Is negative 2 the same as 2?
No, it's wrong.
It is. not a root, meaning it doesn't satisfy. Now, don't sit and say, since this one is not a root, then the other one is now the root. You need to confirm. Now, we still have root of 5x minus 25 minus root of x minus 1 is equal to 2. So remember, x is a 10. Let's check with 10. Shall have root of 50 minus 25 minus root of 10 minus 1, which is root of 25 minus root of 9. And root of 25 is 5 minus root of 9 is 3, is 2. Is it correct now?
Yes, it is correct.
So what is the true value of x?
10.
10, very good. So the true value of x is 10. I repeat, when you're dealing with such equations involving two square root symbols, the values of x, you'll always get two values of x because at the end of it all, it reduces to a quadratic. But out of the two values of x, you must check with the original equation and see which one satisfies. In this case, the true value of x is
10.
very good. Any question on this before we move on?
So meaning for questions where they give us square numbers with square roots, we should, it is always one value of x that is correct.
Very true. Okay. Is that clear now?
Yes, sir.
Let me get one and we'll see. Can you give this a try, please? Root of x minus 5 plus root of x is equal to 5. Can we give this a try and tell me the value of x? Are you able to see that? Have you seen that? You try it and then tell me the answer. Anybody with the answer? Emmanuel, do you have the answer now? Emma?
Teacher, the answer is 2.
9.
Teacher,
One at a time?
the answer is 2.
The
The
answer
answer
is,
is 9. 9.
the answer is 9?
9. Yes.
9.
The answer
9.
is 2.
9.
9.
Okay. Let's confirm.
9.
9. Okay.
The answer is 2.
Okay. It's okay. Let's confirm very quickly. What is the number? Can you read the number again? What is the number?
Root of x minus 5.
Root of x minus?
Root of x 5.
X minus 5
Yes. Plus root of x
is equal to?
5.
Is equal to 5. Just to confirm that you have the same number with me. So we have root of x minus 5 is equal to 5 minus root of x. Now we square both sides. We shall have root of x minus 5 squared is equal to 5 minus root of x also squared. So we have root of x minus, okay, this is x minus 5 simply is equal to 5 minus root x multiplied by itself. Now when we open this, we have x minus 5 is equal to 5 times
25
5
minus
5 minus
25
minus
5 x 5
minus-
root of x.
minus 5 root x minus another 5 root x plus x, isn't it?
X.
So this is
Yes,
x
plus
minus
x.
5 is equal to 25 minus 10 root x. Do you have that?
Yes.
Hmm?
Yes,
So,
sir.
so we have, when you bring this x this way, it goes with that. So you have negative 30 is equal to negative 10 root x. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
So 3 is equal to root of x. When you square both sides, you have 9 is equal to x. So those with 9 are correct. Okay. Yes. So let's move on. I will give you more numbers as exercise. Remember, this one did not reduce to a quadratic, did it?
No.
No. So you should take note that there are also those that will reduce to a linear factor. Now, did you do circles? Pardon?
No.
Okay,
I
that shouldn't,
haven't.
that
No.
shouldn't be a problem. That shouldn't be a worry because we are just dealing with equations. Even if you're not aware, they are circles. This number, are you seeing this number 3?
Yes, sir.
Find the coordinates of the points of intersection of the circles. We have x squared plus y squared minus 6x plus 4y minus 13 is equal to 0. And x squared plus y squared minus 10x plus 10y minus 15 is equal to 0. Don't mind about the word circles. They should have just said find the coordinates of the points of intersection of the curves. Okay. Don't mind about circles. So these circles can be like this. These are two circles. So these are the points of intersection. Okay. Are we able to see what I've drawn there? So what we do to find the coordinates of the points of intersection of these two circles, we simply solve the two circles simultaneously. So we can actually eliminate x squared and y squared by subtracting these two. Do you see that x squared and y squared would go if I subtracted this? Yes?
Yes, teacher.
Very good. So if I subtracted this, I'll have the x squared, y squared going. Then negative 6x minus negative 10x will be 4x. Then 4y minus 10y will be negative 6y. Negative 13 minus negative 15. Would that be positive 2? Equals to 0. Now we can reduce this by 2 so that I have 2x minus 3y plus 2 is equal to 0. Now, when you subtract equations of two circles, I've not reduced 2.
You've not reduced 2.
Thank you, thank you. So we have 2x minus 3y plus 1 is equal to 0. I was saying, when you subtract equations of two circles, you come up with a straight line. Are you able to see that this is a straight line?
Yes.
Yes, this becomes a straight line. And this straight line is called a common chord. How do we call it?
Common chord.
So this becomes a common chord of this two circle. Now, this is what I'm saying. This is the common chord. We have seen the common chord. It passes through both circles, but through their points of intersection. So what happens is you substitute the equation of this straight line in one of the two equations. So here we have 2x minus 3y is equal to negative 1. We can make x the subject and say, let me just say this is, let me say this is 2x. 2x is equal to negative 1 plus 3y. So I come to equation 1. I've made 2x the subject. My lighting is a bit bad. So we have x squared plus y squared minus 6x plus 4y minus 13 is equal to 0, equation 1. Now I'm going to redefine equation 1 by like this so that I don't waste time making x the subject. I would say x squared plus y squared. Instead of 6x, I would say 3 times 2x plus 4y minus 13 is equal to 0. Have you seen what I've done here? Hello?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
have converted the 6x in terms of 3 times 2x so that where there is 2x, I just replace this. Is that okay?
Yes.
So I have x squared plus y squared minus 3. My 2x is negative 1 plus 3y plus the 4y minus 13 is equal to 0. So I'll have this. Okay, this is x squared. So what about x? So we can make x the subject here to simplify our work. So this becomes negative 1 plus 3y over 2, but squared, plus y squared. We open this bracket, we shall have positive 3 minus 9y plus 4y minus 13 is equal to 0. Remember, I've substituted for x here after making this the subject. So when you put this, you have negative 1 plus 3y squared over the square of 2 is 4 plus y squared. 3 minus 13 is negative 10, and negative 9y plus 4y is negative 5y, should give us 0. So we multiply all through by 4. When you multiply all through by 4, you have negative 1 plus 3y squared plus 4y squared minus 40, I think, minus 20y should give us a 0. Now we expand this. You have negative 1 plus 3y times itself plus 4y squared minus 40 minus 20y is equal to 0. Expanding this, I think we get 1 minus 3y minus 3y plus 9y squared plus 4y squared minus 40 minus 20y is 0. So we collect the like terms, starting with the terms in y squared, which gives us 13y squared, I think. This is negative 6y minus 20y is negative 26y. Then 1 minus 40 is negative 39, should give us 0. Let me copy it here and we see how we simplify it. 13y squared minus 26y minus 39 is equal to 0. What can we do at this level? What can we do at that level? Hello? Hello?
Hello, sir.
What can we do at this level?
So reduce by 13.
Reducing by 13 gives us what does it give us?
No?
What does it give us? It gives us y squared minus 2y minus 3 is equal to 0. Factors are negative 3 positive 1 plus y minus 3y minus 3 is equal to 0. So that we have y into y plus 1 minus 3 into y plus 1 is equal to 0. So you have y plus 1 into y minus 3 equals to 0. And y is negative 1 or y is positive 3. Now, those are the values of y. But remember, x was negative 1 plus 3y over 2. Okay? So if y is equal to negative 1, it means x is equal to negative 1 plus 3 times negative 1 over 2. So x becomes negative 1 minus 3 over 2, and x is negative 4 over 2. What is the value of x eventually?
Negative 2.
Negative 2. And if if y is 3, then x becomes negative 1 plus 3 times 3 over 2, which gives us negative 1 plus 9 over 2. And x should be 8 over 2, giving us 4. So what are the points of intersection? What are the points of intersection?
There is 3 and negative 1.
3 and negative 1? Remember you state the x value
I mean
first.
negative 2 and 1.
Negative?
Negative 2 and 1. Negative 1.
Negative 2,
Negative 2
1.
and negative 1.
And then?
4 and 3.
4 and 3. Very good. Remember, I repeat, if you're given two circles, if you're given equations of two circles and they ask you to find their point of intersection, you simply subtract them first. After subtracting them carefully, you get a straight line, which is called a common chord. Very good. Then you make either x or y the subject in the equation of the common chord. Then you go and substitute in one of the two equations. And after substituting, you will generate a quadratic equation in one unknown, and you get the value of that one unknown. Then you go back to the equation of the common chord and get the value of the other missing unknown, and write the equations as, write the points as coordinates like we have done here. Are we together?
Yes.
Can 6 minutes do one more number? I think so. Let's try. We have only 6 minutes, and then I give exercise. If time catches up with us, we shall give exercise online. We are to solve x squared plus y squared minus 8x plus 6y is equal to 0, and x squared plus y squared minus 5x plus 10y is equal to 0. So what's the first step here?
We subtract.
Are the equations of a circle, of two circles? Yes, these are equations of two circles. To know that the equations of two circles, the coefficients of x squared and y squared should be the same. So we subtract. Subtracting, we shall have x squared plus y squared minus 8x plus 6y is equal to 0, and x squared plus y squared minus 5x plus 10y is equal to 0. When I subtract them, these ones will go. Then negative 8x minus negative 5x is negative 3x plus 6y minus 10y is negative 4y is equal to 0. I think so. So this means negative 3x is the same as 4y, and x is actually negative 4y over 3. So you substitute in the first equation of the circle. I'll have x, which is negative 4y over 3, that's squared, plus y squared minus 8x, which is negative 4y over 3, plus 6y is equal to 0. So we have 16y squared over 9 plus y squared plus 32y over 3 plus 6y is equal to 0. The LCM remains 9, so I multiply through by 9. This gives me 6y squared plus 9y squared, 16y squared, sorry, plus 3 times 32, which is 9, the 6y plus 18y is equal to 0. You have 25y squared plus how many y squared? 100 and what? What is 96 plus 18? 140?
114.
114,
Yes.
correct. So you pull out y, you get 25y plus 114 is equal to 0. So y is equal to 0, or 25y plus 114 is equal to 0. So y in this second case is negative 114 over 25. Now, if x is this, it means if y is 0, x is actually going to be negative 4 times 0. Negative 4 times 0 over 3. So x is also 0. If y rather is negative 114 over 25, it means x becomes negative 4y, which y is negative 114 over 25. All this out of 3. Now somebody quickly sort us out. What is negative 4 times negative 114?
456.
456 over, you can multiply the 3 by 25, giving us 75. Can this be reduced? 456 by 75?
150 over 25. 50 over 25.
152.
Over 25.
Pardon?
150 over 25.
152 over 25.
So it means the points are 0, 0 for these ones. Then the other ones are 152 over 25, and the y value is negative 114 over 25. Please write these points, which are improper fractions, as mixed fractions. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You take down these questions. Take down these questions as exercise. You solve 1 x squared plus y squared plus 8x minus 4y plus 15 is equal to 0. And x squared plus y squared plus 6x plus 2y minus 15 is equal to 0. In 2, you will handle root of x minus 1 plus 2 root of x minus 4 is equal to 4. The other type I have not got. I think I will look for it somewhere else and send. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
I take those two. I will add 2 more. I will add them on our WhatsApp groups, okay?